Hi everyone, welcome to the second episode of the Prop Firm Challenge. This episode is going to be a quick video about the trades that I took for the first week of the challenge. You can see on the calendar here, today we're Tuesday, July 18th. I began the challenge on Monday, July 10th. So I'll be showing you the trades from July 10th to July 14th. Right now, while I'm recording this video, it's the second week of the challenge. And at the end of this week, I will record that video. So I'll show you the trades on my broker. I took 6 trades, 5 wins, 1 loss. You see down here the dates, July 11, Tuesday, 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 Wednesday, Wednesday. Up here, the markets that I trade. Look at the spread, guys. I love the spreads with this broker. And just to be legit, I'll show you even lower. This trade, July 7th. So this trade doesn't count, even though it was a win. It was part of another week. So same thing on my FX book. 6 trades, 5 wins, 1 loss, 83% win rate. The pips, here's the symbols that I traded. The gains, you could see down here that my loss was bigger than my winners. But in most cases, I don't let my trades hit my stop loss. In many cases, I close my trades early. But sometimes it's okay, it does happen. And also in other cases, my winners are bigger than this. However, than my losers. However, I have no control over a specific setup because I don't control the structure of the market for that setup. So the risk to reward is out of my control. Okay. Same thing on my journal. You can see up here on the left, it's just questions that I ask myself before I enter a trade, just to make sure I'm making the right decisions. Entry date, so here it is, the pairs, the screenshot. Here it is. Guys, before I talk about this, I'll quickly tell you what my strategy is, because I'll show you some screenshots. I basically trade supply and demand. Like for me, price moves up and down, up and down. And I just try to catch the wave, the next wave up or down. That's it. That's my strategy. Okay, so guys, look, the first trade was a loss. This could have easily derailed everything. But I remembered my first video, I said it's not about losing, it's about how we react to losing. Guys, I could have easily been like, wow, the first trade of the week and this happens. Like, I worked so hard. Why? Especially because when I show you the screenshot, price took me out by 1 pip and then it went in my favor. It hit TP. So it's pretty annoying. I'll show you now. Here it is. If you look here, down here, this wick below the red line, that was where it took me out, and then it went up. So for me, this, I'll show you the screenshot before. I saw this before. For me, based on my rules, this is an area of supply and demand where I could have an entry for the next move up, the next wave. This is my theory. The price would come here and then go up. Price did that, but it took me out at the same time. Guys, this is a look. In most, I had to look at the chart to draw more setups when I saw this loss, and I was like, wow. I was pretty angry because the first trade of the week and I lose this way. It's like, oh, it's not fair. Why? And I realized that I had the awareness to say that it's not the right time for me to look at the charts. I stepped away for 5 and 10 minutes to try and calm down. I remembered I looked at things objectively. Okay, I looked again at this loss. I realized that wait a second, this happens in my backtesting. This kind of loss happens in my backtesting. It's part of the numbers that I have, my data. So why am I getting angry? This doesn't affect the outcome of the other trades unless I let it affect that outcome. So I calmed down. I realized this is normal. It's not about losing. My goal was proper execution. I did everything right that I had to. I reviewed everything like up here, good execution. I moved on. That's it. However, someone who's subjective, at that point they would take other trades, or they'll be like, they'll take the loss personal, like, why does the market do this to me? I don't deserve this, and all of that. But the market doesn't care about you. The market doesn't care about your problems. The market just rewards the disciplined and punishes the greedy. That's it. Like, we have to not take the losses personal, and remember, it's easily a trick of the market trying to make us blow the account, get us out of the game. So this is a cool example of how to react to a loss. After that, I had 5 wins in a row. Okay, before I show you the winner, I will tell you something else, something cool. Other people as well, they see their trade hit the TP, and they see that the trade kept on going up. That could easily affect their next trades too. They'll be angry, like, oh, I actually missed out on that. But I just want to say, like, our goal as traders is not to be right or wrong about the market, the direction, precise about entry, stop loss, TP. That's not our goal. We look at it this way. We have to extract money on a consistent basis. That's how we look at it. Extracting money on a consistent basis. If that means you have a reliable way of catching part of the move, that's all you need. There's a difference between trying to be right or wrong, trying to call the top, the high, you know, like I don't care if I'm right or wrong about the market. That's not my objective. But that's an interesting way of how your perspective should be when if you're having difficulties with a strategy. You're not trying to be perfect or precise. You're just trying to find a reliable way to catch part of a move. That's it. Okay, so my first winner, if you look down here, guys, another cool tip. So I put my stop loss above my zones and my entries below my zones. For me, this was based on my rules. This is an area of supply and demand. You could easily set up different backtest different criteria until you find which rules have a better win rate or return. So here's the tip, guys. If you see up here, price doesn't look like it tagged me in, like I'm in. But I was in this trade and I won. I'm not greedy, right, or trying to be perfect. I know that in some cases the price will not come into my zone, so I would always put my entry price a bit lower, a bit wider than expected, and my stop loss a bit wider than intended, just a bit higher. So because of that, I was actually enter inside this trade, and I didn't care about being precise. Yeah, I maybe missed out on a couple of dollars or whatever, but I didn't miss out on the whole move. If I was so selfish and like greedy to have, oh no, up here, perfect. That's what the market has to do to validate the theory or whatever. But no, it didn't. So that kind of mentality, you would have missed the move, and maybe you would have been angry about missing it this way. Could have affected you. So I made it. So the tip is that when you're gonna put your entry price, don't put the price that you're going to. Put it a couple of pips, like higher or lower, depending if it's a buy or a sell. So this is the first winner. Here's the second winner. I'll show you before and after, just to see a better understanding of how it goes down. So this is before. For me, this is my area of interest. That price might come back in before going up. A zone of premium or discount. This is what I saw before. This is after. Before, after. Before, after. Boom, boom. Some people might say that I have great entries, like look, very good entries, very precise TPs, but that's just a consequence of following my plan. I don't think about being precise or perfect entry, perfect exit, or perfect stop loss. That's not my goal. But coincidentally, it's cool entries. The next win, I could have been a perfect week if price just barely took me out this one, but I'm not complaining. This is the next trade. Guys, we've just seen a few examples of how price doesn't always come in the zone. No matter your strategy, that's something you should think about. not being precise. The next one, here it is. This is my area of interest, where I just drew a yellow rectangle, and then price came down and up. Next one, boom, boom. Okay. Guys, this last trade was on the Wednesday. I had the awareness to stop trading for the week. You know, you have to realize when it's time to be grateful for what the market gave you, and there's no point jeopardizing this progress or anything. Better off start a fresh week. That way, I'm also maintaining my clarity of mind, good emotions. Like I'm satisfied. Like I'm not complaining. So everything's live, guys. This was the last week. The week we're in right now, July 18, is going to be filled right here, and so on. Let's see how it goes. Thanks for your time.